In a quiet village tucked away between green hills and misty forests lived a young man named Arjun. The son of a humble potter, Arjun grew up surrounded by clay, the rhythm of the spinning wheel, and the values of honesty and perseverance. Life wasn't easy, but his family believed in something stronger than fate: hard work. In an early age, Arjun dreamed of becoming an engineer. He didn't want to stay confined within the boundaries of his small village. He wanted to build bridges, design solutions, and help others rise out of poverty, just as he dreamed of doing for his own family. The nearest school that offered quality education was in the city, 30 kilometers away. Undeterred, Arjun would wake up at 4 a.m. every morning, pack a simple lunch of rice and lentils, and set off on foot. His journey was long and difficult, but with each step he told himself, "This is the price of my dream." At school, Arjun found himself in a different world. The other students wore polished shoes and branded clothes, carried smartphones, and arrived in private cars. Arjun came in worn out sandals, carrying a bag sewn by his mother. He was often laughed at and ignored, but he never let it break him. Instead, he worked harder. After school, he didn't return home right away. He worked at a nearby construction site, carrying bricks and mixing cement. The work was grueling, but Arjun watched the engineers closely. He listened, he learned, and he asked questions when he could. Some of the workers noticed his curiosity and started teaching him basic concepts. Every day he added a little more knowledge to his mind and a little more strength to his will. Years passed and Arjun sat for his high school board exam. Despite having no private tutor or coaching, he topped the district. His teachers were stunned. "How did you do it?" they asked. Arjun smiled and said, "I studied while others slept. I worked while others played. My circumstances were tough, but not tougher than my determination." He had one more goal ahead, getting into one of the top engineering colleges in the country. But the entrance exam was among the hardest in the nation. Most students joined expensive coaching centers, but Arjun had no money for that. So he found an old laptop donated by a charity group and accessed free online tutorials. The screen flickered and the keyboard was warm, but it was enough. During the day, he worked to support his family. At night, under the faint glow of a solar lamp, he studied. When power went out, he read by candlelight. When he got tired, he remembered why he started. He failed many times while practicing, but each failure was a lesson, not a defeat. Finally, exam day arrived. Arjun barely had enough money to travel to the center. He skipped meals to afford the journey. In the exam hall, surrounded by thousands of students, he sat nervously. But when he looked at the questions, he smiled. He had practiced every possible scenario. Weeks later, the results were published. Arjun had ranked among the top students in the country. His name appeared in newspapers. His village celebrated, and strangers from all over reached out to congratulate him. But Arjun didn't let it get to his head. He joined the engineering college, only to find new challenges waiting. The lectures were in English. He barely understood them. Students spoke fluently, used advanced technology, and moved confident. Arjun again felt like an outsider, but he had been here before, at the bottom, looking up. He spent extra hours in the library. He watched English movies with subtitles, practiced speaking in front of a mirror, and took every opportunity to learn. Slowly, his confidence grew. He asked questions others hesitated to ask. He studied harder than anyone else. By the final year, he was among the top students. After graduation, Arjun landed a high-paying job at a prestigious firm. The boy who once carried bricks was now designing complex structures and speaking at conferences. He returned to his village with his first paycheck, bought his father a motorized pottery wheel, fixed the house's broken roof, and funded the education of his younger siblings. But Arjun didn't stop there. He built a small school in the village called the Summit Academy. It offered free education to children from underprivileged backgrounds. On the school's front wall, he placed a plaque that read, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard." Every year, Arjun returned to his village and gave talks to students. He told them, "You don't need fancy books, perfect English, or a rich family to succeed. You need belief, You need consistency, and you must never be afraid of hard work. Arjun's story is not one of luck, talent, or shortcuts. It is a story of a boy who had nothing but made something extraordinary out of it. His journey teaches us that hard work never goes unnoticed. Even if others don't see it immediately, the results will speak for themselves. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Arjun failed many times, but used each failure as a stepping stone. Where you start doesn't define where you can go. No matter how small your beginnings, with persistence and courage, you can reach great heights. Success is built in silence. While others talked, Arjun worked. While others doubted, he believed. True success gives back. Arjun's greatest achievement wasn't the job or money, it was lifting others as he climbed. If you're ever feeling tired, lost, or unsure of your path, remember Arjun. The road to the summit may be long, rocky, and steep, but every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. So keep walking, keep working, and never stop believing.